just getting settled here, peoples. Yay. Forgot to set a bunch of settings on the stream. Okay. That's going there. Let me pull up the YouTube. Okay. I think I'm good now. Don't need that. Don't need that for now. This I can pull out here. Put that there. Alright, so I'm going to try and speed QA test a few things here. Mostly just, I have one swing bug, which I think I fixed already. And then I just want to do some basic testing of each class. So let's just start with the enchanter. Main him Chanterly. I'll go with the skeleton, sure. Alright, what's my stream title on Twitch? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Of course. For some reason, this is, oh. There's a very weird bug where occasionally your targeting system doesn't show up. And it happens very rarely. Hopefully my mic's on. Yeah, it's on, right? Yep. Turn the music down slightly. Okay. So I have to relog. Because I can't loot anything. Randomly, your targeting does not turn on. Not often, though. I don't think restart character would work here. Would it work? Oh wow, it did. Now my character's not set properly, but it did work. But we'll roll with that for now. Actually, I probably shouldn't, because that could be a whole other... yeah, I should actually disable that. Disable restart character. If I could add in quit to character select, that'd be a nice quality of life, even for me while QA testing. Remove change class and head mesh in menu no longer required. And then connect to server again also. They're all old kind of things that aren't needed anymore. Tip the devs, I think I'm going to remove that as well. Or I'll change tip the devs to wishlist on EGS. Alright, I'm going to quit out and start this up again. I have to change a playfab thing here. It's kind of nice. I had 2 accounts so far created. Just some natural attraction to the Epic Games Store right now. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Basically, I'm almost done my QA testing where I can throw my demo up for a little while. And that'll be the unofficial kind of play test. Client. Oh, now I gotta turn off that. Click login. I still need to make a better system for allowing me to push through the connections. Alright, Chantrelly, let's play. But my main thing right now is looking for game-breaking bugs. And so yesterday I found that crafting wasn't working, and so now it's fixed. It should be. I'll be testing it again here, but just some making sure that if I throw the servers up, everyone can do what they're supposed to be able to do. And let's see if I can craft a campfire. And I can. I'll be needing those. Get all the quests. Probably done these quests a million times, but life of a dev. Get the burbs. turn this in for a good old health pot. Okay. Now I will work my way over to the... Enchanter's actually a decent class for soloing too. So yesterday I couldn't really test a lot of the crafting stuff. And so I do want to go get the power spice. I want to get that. Just getting some of the prep stuff that I know I need to do. I put a little bit of a easy power spice somewhere over here. I thought I did. It's a mana spice, blue flower. Is this? Memory wipe that. Tanner can be so powerful sometimes. It's kind of crazy. We definitely have a lot of kind of balancing to do, and some regret on that. Okay. They do die quick though. We have a lot of balancing of numbers to do. It's gonna be fun when I do a bit of a UI revamp. Level up. I haven't been getting much loot. Okay. Oh yeah, I did want to lower my volume a bit. I know it kind of gets a little loud. I know my pets don't really get the power they should be getting for my character level, but I don't think I've gotten any loot drops yet. I hope loot's not broken. Gonna try this. Drop that. Oh, that's kind of a bad. Shit. I think my loop might be broken. Really? Okay, remember when I... There we go. There's always a chance I'm just getting real unlucky, but... Why is loot broken? Are you kidding me? Alright, I'm gonna kill... And this is the game-breaking bugs I'm talking about. Oh wait, something dropped. Am I just getting unlucky? Yeah, maybe I'm just not getting unlucky. Oh, I think I do need to... I need to up the enchanter. Enchanter pet needs to be leveled up in order to hit enemies properly. Level diff issues. So right now my pet isn't hitting a lot, partially because he's level 1 versus level 3. You get penalties for that. You see, like, I'm dodging a lot and things. Parries. So it's gonna kind of make, it might actually be kind of impossible to solo as an enchanter if they get too high, but I feel like loot might be bugged. Verify loot drops are working from enemies. Enchanter pets have crazy high regen. It's like that's the one thing that definitely needs to be improved. Okay. Crude hide. Something. Maybe I really am just getting unlucky. Let me look at the deer drop tables real quick. I forget the default chance to drop on stuff. Loot tables. So let's go enemies, animals. Deer. I'm pretty sure it's just all grouped into animals. So a 50% chance drop there, a 40% chance, a 30% chance and a 33% chance, and I'm barely getting anything. All the loot is there. I guess I just stick it out a little bit. Okay. Got a cone. Gotta pull this guy back. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Again, we're building an indie MMO inspired by both EverQuest and WoW. I'm just doing some QA. This is on a live server in the cloud. This is the Enchanter class. This is what I'm testing right now. It's a very crowd control heavy class. So I want to show this as well. But basically, our Epic Game Store page is live, and so you can wishlist the game now. And at the bottom, there's the demo button, which is basically what I'm testing now. Okay, so I think loot's okay. That makes me feel a lot better. I thought something got severely effed up with loot. But I think it's just RNG that's doing its thing. It still feels like it's such a... I feel like I got more loot last time. But I don't know, maybe I didn't get that much loot. Maybe it's also because I was maybe killing a little bit faster. The level difference really affects this. Alright, now I need to test this real quick. Let's go get a higher level character. Quit. Unreal builds. Alright. So now I'm going to choose my level 50 mage. Let's go blow up some stuff. Overall, I was just mostly testing a lot of the enchanter abilities and stuff, and it's pretty clear that the abilities work. There's just a few little niche things. Okay, loot drop there. Loot drop. Okay, double loot drop. Alright, loot does look like it's working. I just got really bad RNG. I'm also checking to see if this pather is working. Because there's one pather that doesn't want to spawn weirdly. And he still didn't spawn. It's so weird. So he's going that way. Let me pull it up. There should be 2 patrols up there. Yeah, okay, loot does seem like it's working just fine. It's all in my head. But I think the orc guy's like spawning over here. Oh, what the heck? Mercenaries don't have their icons. That's kind of a problem. Mercenaries do not have skeletal mesh set. I did some changes to the master, and that's why they're not showing up. Okay. The orc's not here. Alright, let's go to the... I think the goblins are all fine. There's a swimming bug right now. Spiders are there just fine. Elementals are good. And goblins are also good. Okay. Let me check one thing over here. Okay, that's the patrol there. Okay. Alright. Might as well kill him. Alright, never mind. Alright, so mage is good. Enchanter's good. Warrior's good. Let me... I'm pretty sure everyone else is good because I did test them all. I think I'm going to work on these last few bugs and just... I think that's it. Alright, so loot seems fine. And then enchanter pet. So this is where I had one problem. Alright, so we're going to get the owner, going to get the... Is that a child? I'll be AFK 1 second. Okay. So, let me I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a second. Display. Okay. I gotta get a few dev environment things going. Go to my mechanics testing level. Okay, back to PlayFab players. MainStark. The hell? The helly? Goodbye. Goodbye. Get this capture back on. And then I think I'm good to do my test. Okay, so what is my test? Is the next question. So my test is on... Okay, I have two tests. One, let me quickly double check if swimming is working. All right. I also can test killing something real quick. All right, swimming is now working again. That's normal. Mobile jumbo. All right. Looks like swimming's working. Okay. I'll disable all these. Just turn on like a couple of these here. And let's see if I'm getting any errors get thrown when I kill a monster. See if there's any loot. Just double check there's no loot issues. Okay, no errors. Okay, no errors. Loot's fine. Yeah, that's a normal error. Okay. Alright, loot appears to be good. I could do a couple of these really quick. Mercenaries. Let's go to enemies. Let me see, has he got something? Randomized mesh. Okay, so he has the random mesh, and then some mercenary for some reason got random mesh off. Yeah. So it should be true. What? Skeleton mesh asset. Why is there no? That's weird. Set random mesh. Okay. Okay, there they are. Skeleton mesh asset. Mesh is there. Did I do this one? No. That's so weird. I must have been clicked on the wrong tab. Randomized mesh is there. And there's the thing. Okay. That should fix that. Oh, if I come over here, just turn on one of the mercs. And hit save. And I think I could just hit simulate here. I should be able to check that off my list. Yeah, there he is. And his skin's back. So it might have been what's wrong with the skeleton from earlier. So if I go to skeletons, go to undead, skeleton. Yeah, okay, so he has all the different skeleton assets, and then I just need to do randomize mesh is what I messed up there. Okay. Alright, mercenaries are good. I can make some modifications to the game menu. Spawner actions. No. Widget menu. Alright, so change class button is going to be removed. All of these are going to just be deleted because they are no longer needed. Set name is no longer needed. Restart character I don't want. Connect to server I don't want. And spectate I do. and then quit to character select. That's what I want that. I don't need to quit, but I guess quit to. Sure. And these guys, I'll just move up here for now. And this is what I want to change. So at the moment, I think I'm going to. This is a button, wasn't it? Oh, it's a widget? Okay. Alright, wish list. Because right now our main priority is getting a publisher, and we want that to be the core focus here, and to do that we need we need more traction and stuff. Okay. Ruins of Tearyn. How do I get the Ruins of Tearyn? Share, copy this. Okay. That's good for me. Let's just put this guy in the center. Alright, good enough. Yep, all this stuff is no longer needed. Once I'm ready to add that stuff back in, I'll do that when I need to cross that bridge. But for now, I want people getting confused or screwing things up and causing like reporting bugs when they do this stuff. So that's why I'm kind of doing that. Now I will keep that open. So okay, I did that. Remove connect to server. Did all that. Disable restart character. I deleted that. This is probably something I won't be able to fix right now, but it's kind of like an easy workaround if I get the quit to menu, quit to character select. To-do list, I'll just throw it in there, sort that later. I think I'm good on testing the classes, and I did test the swing mode is correct. And so now I need to go to mechanics testing. And I'm going to be messing with the enchanter pet a little bit. Oh. to change that character's class to enchanter. And then put them back in the center. I don't think I'm going to do too long of a... Hey, Square Peg, how you doing? Alright, so first up, check my wishlist button. It pops up Epic Game Store. So that's what I want. And then the wishlist stuff. So I'm trying to push the wishlist there. Those still work. Now the thing I want to figure out is the quick to character select. It's a bit more complicated. I'll do that after the enchanter pet thing here. So I need to, number one, I think the enchanter pet is resetting constantly. So do I have an AI logic? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to announce on Blue Sky. I don't know how long I'm going to last here, so I'm already feeling a little bit tired. I'm hoping I just get through these last little bugs, and then I think my demo will be, you know, self-QA'd enough that I can do an unofficial test through Sunday. Okay. Do I have a does reset? Does reset. Cool, I do. Alright, go to, let's set that up. Classes, Chanter. Go to our logic. Does reset. Take that off. Let's see if right now the enchanter has like infinite health regen for some reason. I think it's because he's just constantly resetting. What is up with this regen? Where's stat? Regen? Oh. Zero. Why is it like that? Resource health regen 0. Healing like 0 every second almost. Base. Health regen. Value. All that's regen. Okay, that's unnecessary. Max value. Okay, that's whatever. Is that it? Basically healing like 5 health every millisecond almost. Okay. That's not very helpful. But yeah, I'm pretty excited overall. I'm starting to get people trickle in and create accounts, which is like super cool. I know, it's really exciting. Okay, that fixed that. No longer unlimited regen. And then the next thing I want to do is, okay, enchanter pet. Let me make sure this is coming up properly. This is reading my character, right? No, it's gonna be like, it was such a pain in the ass to like, we're testing on the Epic Game Store to kind of like showcase that we're a little bit more professional, right? And not doing like itch.io links and things. We want to elevate because like it's such a weird time for MMOs, right? And it's like when you're doing an indie MMO, you have to do everything you can to like build up your reputation, right? There's just so many failures that we're really trying to make sure that we set ourselves apart, and by being on like the Epic Game Store and stuff, I feel like that elevates our reputation at least a little bit. What am I even doing? Oh, right. Okay. Character enchanter. Okay. It's pulling the enchanter. So now we're going to get the experience component. Get component experience. Going to get the level. Get level. And then I think yeah, I have my component. Can I set level? Do I have an interface for this? Yeah. Interface experience set level. Why are there two? To this. Let's test that first. But yeah, the testing, the in-development testing stuff, and having to like get their Epic Store account ID and then add it to a testing pool, like it wasn't scalable, right? Like that's just like kind of, it was just so stupid having to do that stuff. And then I couldn't really find a decent. Okay, that worked. Level 7. Cool beans. And now he's got additional power and stuff. That's perfect. I have to change this, like, I might have to change the health curve on these things, but alright, that's the main thing. And so now it's, because it's leveling up, it's getting additional power and stuff from its level. And so I don't think I need this too much, technically. Yeah, I think I'm going to scrap this part And then it's getting its extra power already from leveling it up itself. Okay, cool. Yeah, that fixes that. And I fixed that. Alright, so quit to menu is the next one. So let me look at the client game mode. And so when I think I was trying to do this through, was I trying to do this through the game instance now? I think I was trying to move some of this stuff over there. I think I'll just do it the copy paste way for now and improve it later. Okay. So we hit login. Let's follow the buttons. So I don't think some of these are checking for okay, that's the login. We've set those already. Maintenance check we can skip. Okay, can't connect. Join character select. So I wonder if I can just be awesome and potentially copy all this. And let's just see if that works. Or I wonder. I could literally just spawn. Let's just do something random. Let's just do something really stupid. And let's just try it. Because I have a different way I want to do all this. But let's just, for the sake of seeing if this makes it possible. Okay, I'm going to do widget menu main. Quit to character select. I suppose I needed both. Shoot. This should be also quit to menu. Keep that one. Quit game. And then I'll just duplicate and name this button quit character select. It's character select. do. I guess I'll do login. Just put that down there. Spectate. Space them a little bit apart so there's no misclicks. Alright, that's good. Enough for now. It's not hovered. On released. Let's do something super cheesy. Create widget. It's going to be a root client. And then we're going to do not root client. Widget client. From there, we're going to do CE join character select. Let's see if that works. I don't know if it's going to work in my dev environment. We're skipping the maintenance check, so there shouldn't be any issues there. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Click the character select. Maybe I delay it. So that, I guess that's not really there, is it? Let's add to viewport. See if it's actually doing anything. It's gonna look heroic, god awful, but anonymous callers. Okay, so I need to potentially do a temporary login. Alright, I have to pull this off the other screen. Custom event, go forward, make, I'm gonna just make these variables real quick so I don't accidentally show something I'm not. Alright, well, does that work? Oh crap, it worked. And now I'm at my character select. Alright. Now if I hide the... such a janky workaround. If I don't do the... I'm not going to add to viewport this time. Okay. And then... how can I make this a little better? I might actually just be able to copy the whole code then. Widget client. And then change how this functions a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna just do that. Create matching function in Blueprint. Okay, I'll put that off the side for a second. Bring this in here. Game instance we have, we're going to change how this communicates. Yeah, we're not going to do any of that for now. I will just do that variable, sure. Not doing any of that. Not doing any of that. Take out the delays. This is connected players. I don't think I'm doing this. I don't even think I need this. Yeah, I'm going to actually take that off for the moment. I don't need it. Bring this back over here. Okay, we're checking for the current IP. That's all good. Create the variable. Create the variable. Take out the delays. Where did this thing go? Okay, that's not needed, apparently. I don't need these delays here. I will create that variable. That should. Open IP. need that as a function. Custom. IP. Alrighty. Okay. And then I need to just, I don't even, I guess I did. Create magic function. It's fine. This is function playFab. Error. And then I think what I'll do is let's see here. Alright, I think I can bring this over now. Sorry, there's a few things I'm not supposed to show. Okay, so we log in, or we're already logged in. We check if there's already a server started. And it goes over there, perfect. I'm gonna redo this just in case some weird issue. Get title data. Okay, they were getting that. Yep. 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 If there isn't a server already, then open a new one. Yep, 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 yep. And then at any point we fail, we will get owner, owning player, owning player pawn, I think. Owning pawn, owning player pawn, get widget component. Do I have it renamed in this one? I think it's still user interface. Get. And we're going to do just error switch. And format. I guess we'll just append. I guess we don't. Let's just try that. That's not what we wanted. Why won't it let me remove this? What the hell? Oh, because it's append. You have that too. Alright. Let's see if that works. Basically, it's like, it's code to connect to the character select server, but I don't want to have like different code for the login screen and then different code for this as well. But it looks like it's fine for now. But that's a huge help for me when I'm just QA testing and stuff. And it looks like that worked fine. Okay, yeah, I think that's just fine like that. Now I can delete all this. And once again, just I don't need these variables here. And so that is something I need a QA test. But so far so good. And that's going to be a big help, not only for QA tests, but if someone's character is like messed up for some reason, it just makes it so much easier to just quit to the character select. And then I can, you know, make any changes I need, or that helps them reset their character. No, you're good, man. I understand how it is. What is your project, by the way? I don't think you ever got to tell me. If you're available to type, that is. I understand if you want to focus. Alright, I think I'm good. I think I'm officially good. Yeah. I think I'm going to do builds. Alright, I'm going to hide my screen for one moment. Take out some of these dev mode stuff. Take that out. Back to the controller. Take that out. Save all. Turn this back on. Alright, let me remove this here. Not that it matters. I'll show people a little bit of my packaging steps. So I have a big, decent sized list of packaging steps. And I have to do some renaming of stuff to... I am working on a 2D top-down project in Unreal. I'm taking the classic Zelda game, Oracle of Ages. Excuse me. And mashing it together with the Tess, Oblivion, Skyrim, Radiant AI. Interesting. You can't go wrong with Zelda, like 2D Zelda stuff. Like it's so nostalgic. Okay. That was Sky Radiant, like you're talking about enemy AI, right? Not like flashy new artificial intelligence of, you know, tech world AI or whatever. And what is Tess? I'm not familiar with that one. Like Tess, Oblivion. Oh, the Elder Scrolls. Oblivion. Skyrim. Radiant. Was Skyrim Radiant? Skyrim Radiant. Skyrim Radiant. Oh, so Skyrim Radiant's like a quest part of it? Randomly selected quest or something? Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of an Elder Scrolls noob. It's one of those things, I've never really played Elder Scrolls. I know it's weird, but I was pretty much like, growing up, I did like Mega Man type games, and then got into Final Fantasy games, and did a whole like, mostly PlayStation games, and then got into MMOs. And then after that, it was League of Legends, and so I missed out on a ton of some of the big gamer culture games, like Elder Scrolls content and stuff. Okay. Reading AI is how the AI goes about their daily lives during the day and night. They eat, sleep, go to their jobs, go back home, repeat. Okay. All right, so let's step this through. I'll just kind of I'll take this moment to showcase how I do things. But so when you do, there's several points of how to package your game, right? And so there's the project settings. This is one thing. This is like I kind of have a lot of beef with this with Unreal. They should have the project launcher should have like project settings built in to this whole thing. It's really annoying that you can't just have an all-in-one packaging setting set up and like have the different profiles for it. Because you want to use the project launcher to package your games, but then you also have to consider your project settings for everything. And so, a 2D version of Oblivion and Skyrim, yeah, I think that's gonna go hard. I'm not sure if have you heard of Ko's new game? I know Ko is doing something, I wouldn't say on the same lines of that, but he's really trying to elevate the 2D. It's called Emberville, and he's trying to do like just a really, really high quality, just top-down pixel game, like super high quality. And you can imagine, you know, Ko is one of the top streamers. If you search up Emberville, he's even like he's just announced that he's basically trying to get voice acting in it. So you can imagine like it's like one of the first like potentially highly voice acted pixel games in that manner in some ways. And he's got like 8 directional movement and like he's like really focused on pixel perfect combat and but I don't think he's like doing anything like crazy with the AI type stuff that you were talking about. So there's still a lot of differentiating there. Not that it matters if there's much overlap and stuff, but okay, back to what I'm talking about. So packaging your game. So currently, I have 4 packaged zones effectively, and I'll start with the client. So you have a game mode for your client version, a game mode for your server, and then you have your other levels as well. And so right now, the steps I usually do are 1, any type of thing that I need to remind myself with for settings. And so boss I've already done because I haven't been, when I get into this kind of polish stage, I don't like mess with a lot of settings, even though like sometimes loading screens are forced like 10 seconds. I've kind of dealt with those already. Remove print strings. I don't need to disable target dummies. I don't have any overrides, which is just a teleporter around the world when I start. I haven't been disabling these. I don't need to worry about that. I've removed some of my temporary logins and stuff. This I don't actually need right now. And so first up, I need to set the default map. So again, this is annoying that I can't like set default map in Project Launcher. And so I set it for the game default and the server default. You always want to have an empty level. That's just a transition level. And game mode up here, I leave as blank because we override it in the level. And so we want to make sure it's just a default thing. And we want the server is none there. And game instance is set down here, which is the same for everything. And so first up for me, because I have like I share this level with the client and the main server level. Probably change in the future, and it'll make it a little bit easier for this. But I have all of our enemy spawners here, and for the client, I have a tool I built. It's just like an editor utility widget that just selects everything and disables all the spawners for me. And so I can look through here and disable all the spawners. Now, I do want to make a quick adjustment. So one of these is for some reason is not spawning. I think it's this guy. So I will. What's going on here? What is that? Oh, whoops. Okay, I'm gonna move you here, and then adjust this. And maybe he'll actually spawn this time. Oops. Well, let's just make him not patrol. I'm going to make him not patrol, and just to make sure he spawns, because this is the boss, I think. This is the boss. It's not the boss. Okay, that's the boss. Alright, so he was working. And fix his first spawn. Patrol route is supposed to be 0, 0. And then tiny adjustments. Okay. Sidetracked. Okay. All right, so I have a separate. I do a lot of separate levels here to segment the main zone. Keeps you organized, right? And so, as you can see here, I'm selected the enemy level, and all my enemy spawners are in that level. To modify them, you get this little edit level button here. And so now it basically completely hides everything. I can't click on anything except my spawners. And so it lets you like really segment your levels, and then it's so much easier to work in like, oh, I'm clicking on foliage, I'm not clicking on that, and all these things. And so it's a lot easier to work with separating levels that way. And so I've even like blocking volumes, right? And so I've got those out, and I don't know where my blocking volumes are. Maybe they're gone. I don't know. I thought I had some blocking volumes, but yeah, you can literally drag levels into, you know, your actual levels, and obviously there's an actual menu for it. Levels, and you can just add them through. Or no, sorry, that's a separate system. I don't do them here, except for I guess landscape. I can't remember the reason why I do that, but I think I was like having crashes or something, or it might be nav mesh related. Why I put the landscape layer there. But yeah, so my environment level is completely separate, and that one's a little bit bigger, heavier. And so, but like, there's the world spawners. So these are like forge things like flowers and stuff, or wood. And so if I ever wanted to like, you know, change some of where the wood spawns or something, I have options for that. And some of these are a little bit outdated, and I need to merge them together. But even player spawns and stuff, you get like an NPC layer, so all the NPCs are in one level, and so you can move and modify those however you want. So it makes it a lot easier to, one, when you want to work with the thing you want to work with, you're not clicking on a bunch of other stuff, but then like you're separating them, so you never have misclick opportunities. And when I'm over in this world, like I can't accidentally move stuff, you know? I can't accidentally move this weird thing. So it locks you out for making just user error mistakes and things. And then yeah, I'm trying to figure out to do a lot more tools like this, but in the end, the login screen will be not this level, and I'm only doing it because it obviously is less work to do another level. And so I won't have to do this step. But yeah, just having a button, a quick button that disables all the AI spawners for me is handy. And so then I can just click a couple and make sure it did turn them all off. And so now I go back. So GM client, I'm on the game mode client. Project settings 000. Now for multiplayer stuff, when you're doing packaging a client build, you don't want your server game mode packaged with the client. And so I have a folder for my game mode server that I basically set to never cook on the client. And from here we save. I always do, I rebuild paths, which is obviously nav mesh, because I turn off I always turn off auto-generate nav mesh when you move stuff around. It always causes way too much performance issues in the editor. So I always manually build the paths. And so I always do that once before I package. And so I've already changed the hex password. I've done that. That's never got thing. I did the exclude. I cleared the game instance, set the default map. And so now I need to double check that the dungeon zone does not have the server game mode on. So I take that off. Save that. And then mechanics testing, I think I already took that off. Yeah, okay. And back to the 0, 1. But your game mode is basically, I always consider it basically that's the brain of the server. And the game mode of the server, the dedicated server that it runs, the client will never be able to access that or use that. If the client ever tries to access the server's game mode, it'll actually cause the client to crash. And so, and you don't ever want the client to access the game mode anyways. You still need the client to have all of the pawn, the HUD, the controller, all these things, but the game mode of the server itself, you don't want. Yeah, this is keep in mind this is a dedicated server environment, right? So keep that in mind. You still need all of the game mode related files, just not the game mode itself of the server. And so the server will boot up with its own game mode, and you just need to have the actual these files here to be able to access. And that's like, it kind of gets interesting because that's the type of thing where if you want to hide any type of information from the player, like unique spawn timers or anything like that, you can store those in the game mode. And like EverQuest had all these like random ways to spawn different named characters, and you could have basically a system to hide, like basically hide the data mining from players these days. And so it's kind of an interesting way of potentially hiding stuff in the future. Yeah, okay, so I did that. I'm disabling the AI for this. I built the paths, client, yeah, okay. So now I've done that, and I have my builds down here. These are other projects. And I can build my client now. And so the way I've set my systems go up, like I talk in some of my videos, each zone is its own server. And so you do a build for each zone, and you upload that to PlayFab. And this is the client, which will eventually get uploaded to Epic Game Store as my new client build, and they'll let you download it. Now, I don't think I even changed, and this is the type of situation where I didn't really make any changes at all to the characters, anything related to the character select server. So I don't even need to rebuild and re-upload the character select server, because nothing got modified from there. And I'll be able to basically test that in a moment. Once this build completes, I can test connecting to the character select server, and if there's no crash, the build's okay. Yeah, there's so much nuanced things with Unreal, right, that don't get talked about. I think they have a really bad way of explaining a lot of it. If I had the time and money, I'd do my whole deep, like, giant course on Blueprint multiplayer and the things you can do it, but I just don't have the time and money right now. All right, so I want to do a quick test on, see if I can connect to the live server. So game, pull up my client build, and I'll just, as a small little aside, whenever you do a build, you need to go into your binaries folder and delete the .pddtb file. That's just debug files, and it's like 2 gigabytes. And so the Tearyn game itself is a client. It's only 1.5 gigs. Yeah, I can boot this up. I can turn off my. It went fast because I already did the main build, right? If I did a completely fresh build, it would probably take 20 minutes. All right, turn that off. So the wishlist thing is working there. And now, boom, we are connected to the character select server with no crash. And this is the live character select server in the cloud. Right now it's working. So that's good. So all this is working fine. I don't want to hit enter world because I haven't updated the actual world. So part 1 is done. And so I don't need to do the character select server, so that's good. But now I want to change this back to game mode server. Hit save. Undo my don't cook this server thing. And now I need to turn AI back on. Enable that. Just click a couple, just make sure. Okay, save. And then I don't think I have to worry about anything else because I've cleared everything else. Yeah. And then, yeah, the map in this case is the same map. So now I can do my server build. Zone 001. I do have a beefy computer. When we got our mega grants a few years back, we spent a lot of money on hardware because our computers were complete shit at that point. We had like one main dev PC that was like 7 or 8 years old. So we very invested in our hardware. Most of these little warnings are just stupid text, empty text. At some point, Unreal did this weird thing where an empty text, if you have a data table file with an empty text slot, it throws this weird warning in when you package, which is what most of these little weird errors are. There's a couple that I probably have to clean up that are actual warnings, but once again, this now I did my zone 01. Delete these stupid files here. Delete the PDB file. And now I can zip this up. Go to my server level. Use this as a template. This is 06. And I wish I could show you this, but I don't really want to. I guess I can. But I'm basically just uploading that zip file is now going to get uploaded to PlayFab. And so now the server is rolling up. I'm going to delete the old server. Change the build ID to the new build ID. And now I also have to update the, put that back to none for now. I need to update the, this is our first dungeon as well. I gotta rebuild that. But that is UM server. And again, build paths. And project settings. Now this one I have to change the level. And hit save. And now I can pop down to my dungeon, export, rebuild that. I hope I did turn off the controller thing, right? Yeah, okay, good. And I can prepare, okay, now I can do the dungeon, use template, 07. Dungeon, wait for this to finish. This is something I'll have a lot of, I'll look into a lot of automated features for this in the future, but any type of combat-based zone is going to have to be rebuilt if we do changes. So it's a little clunkier in that aspects of things, but a lot of it can be automated, and I'll be getting into some of the more build automation stuff later on. Another thing on my to-do list of learning, but it's kind of far off to really even care about at the moment. Alright, so dungeon 07's deploying. I can delete dungeon 6 and update its build ID. And so now I'm just waiting. I can probably show this. Waiting right now for the new builds to deploy in a live environment. Character select, as I mentioned, is still up and running. And the old builds are being deleted. And so now I can just quit out of the editor for now. Quit out of that. I guess I kind of need that up for my new QA list. And put that down. D drive. Open up my client once again. There's also like, so like right here I should have I need to disable this, but I can do an update for the client and not have to care about the server stuff because this is all client side. So when this boots up, turn that down. I can have it so when this boots up at the start, it's not going to let you, it'll hide this, and only when you log in or something will that, I don't think this would even work, right? I won't even get an error if I even try that, but. Alright, I don't know if I turned on maintenance mode or off. Okay, it's still off. And multiplayer. Alright, so once again, oh, I can click this. Can I click this? Yep. It's loading, brings me here. Log in. Alright, and the first level is deployed, so I should be able to log in here. My character is swimming right now. Alright. So first thing I'm going to test is the, oh, I can test it. Yeah, first thing I'll test is the quit to character select. Bam. Perfect. Awesome. That is so nice. I'm going to have to try it on a different account as well to make sure it's going to the proper account. Chantrely. Yeah, let's log into Chantrely. Oh, the downfall here. I didn't clear the... so when I did that... Oh, Oh, weird. It's potentially not clearing the active character. No, that is the model for that that I chose for that skin. unless it was in the background. I don't know. That's the model I chose for that character. Yeah, character started logged in. So I don't think I'm clearing the character logged in on that part. So players. Oh, did someone log in? I think someone just logged in. Literally at 12:13. I think someone just logged in. They caught me with my debug stuff. Oh, they're probably crashing actually. No, it's someone else. But I'm pretty sure that they're crashing. So if you are watching, and you're trying to log in, you will crash because I haven't updated the client files yet. So I apologize for that. Yeah. They likely will crash at the character select screen, unfortunately. But they did try to log in like just now. Like in the last 2 minutes, they just tried to log in. All right, level 3 enchanter. Level 3 enchanter pet. All right, much better. And so now they were hitting at like anywhere from 3 to 5 last time, and now it's 5 to 10 type thing. Yeah, like so my kill speed's like way faster now. Yeah, so I need to develop a better like in development testing mode. But so with PlayFab you can do these are like title data things, and so I have a little title data that basically, hey, character select is, maintenance mode's on. A patch is underway. For updates, please join our Discord server, And so when you try to log in, it'll check if that setting is set to on or off. And right now, I need to set it to like let my account to log in and pass through that setting. But basically, I turn it on to log in, and then immediately turn it off, so other people trying to log into the demo get shown the message. And so it's one of those things that I don't have like I only have like a live environment right now. I don't have like a testing environment that I can like test stuff there without people trying to log into it. And so I need to I don't even think I will, just because of the hassle of stuff. I just need to, when I try and log in, to allow my account to log in. Alright, so enchanter's good. Oh, water. Can I swim properly and not get bugged out? Yes, I can. Alright. I had some swimming bugs. So that's good. Yeah, let me check Discord. I don't know if they didn't say anything, right? No, they didn't. And they're not getting infinite health now either. But you can see my kill time is dramatically higher now. I can like smash through these now. Okay. So it's so strange. I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like loot's just not dropping as much, but I think it's just bad RNG. Okay. Gusting. Alright, so I think everything seems fine then, except, so I have to, how am I clearing that? It's supposed to be when you leave the game. Let me go back to my player data. You should clear the active character. But it's crazy. Like, honestly, I'm not going to say where they're from, but I had 3 new players today, all from different countries, which is like so fucking cool. I love that. So it's like I'm so excited to like just finish this damn tiny QA here. I have our video ready to go as well. Okay, go to my MainStark. Are they still trying to log in? No, okay, they stopped at 12:14. Characters, no, data. Okay, so if I quit, let me see how long it takes for that to update. Okay, it updated instantly. All right. And then I go to Tearyn. Back to title data. So again, just to show you, I have my, my patch stuff on right now. So if I try and log in, a patch is underway for updates. Please join our Discord server. That's basically what is supposed to happen when you log in when I'm like messing with stuff. But if I change that, little tiny statement from off to on, now I can click in and it should let me log in a moment. Ah, come on. Oh, whoops. I turned it to... Alright, now I click it. Of course, I've timed myself out throttle-wise. Oh, come on. Tearyn. But because you have to download the demo from the Epic Game Store, I haven't updated the client files on the Epic Game Store. So, all right. So now login success. Blah 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 blah. And then I can turn my maintenance mode back on now. Go back to Chanterly. All right, so now when I leave, when I hit quit to character select, okay, it did it there. Weird. Okay, it's working. Oh, no, it's not. What would cause that? Maybe I'm updating something I'm not supposed to on the client when I hit that. Let's go to... All right, so a couple things. The first thing was disable connect to character select at boot up. At client boot up. So if I'm lucky, I don't have to rebuild the server or anything. Because I think this is all client side. Widget main menu. So number one, I think by default, we need to disable this. Or enable. And then okay, event construct, get player pawn maybe if get owning. And get so if it's none, it should come back Should come back as none if it's the client screen. And if it comes back as player, we're going to enable this. I think that's plausible. That might work. We're going to set up a client build, so go back to the MMO level. I need to undo the okay. Put this back to none. Go back over here. Back to client. Take all of these, disable them all. And back to packaging. Server. Okay, client is set up, and then that's there, and then the other thing I want is this guy. Okay, so I'm going to not do anything to the game instance. I'm not going to update the game instance at all. I'll leave it as is. All right, let's see if that does the fix. All right, never cook. Level is not the right level. Save, project settings, project launcher. Let's do that. Client build. It's the only thing I can think of why something would screw up. Because everything should be the same overall. Unless I'm clearing game instance stuff. Am I clearing it when you join? As a security thing? That's the wrong one. Excuse me. Instance. Set. Change. Okay, this is the IP address. That's fine. Okay. So maybe that's good enough. Let's go back to our folder. Alright, first check on the menu here. Alright, perfect. So I can't click that. It's disabled. I could do that one too, technically. Back to PlayFab. Alright, back to Chantilly. I don't think I can... Yeah, there's no game menu here. Okay, that's probably my fault. Yeah, another person. Okay. Oh, weird. Alright. Player data. Oh, because the last one screwed up, so when I crashed out of the character select, it didn't erase the... Okay, so let me write that down. If you crash while trying to enter with a character at the character select, active character does not get removed. That's like low priority. But, okay, so now if I go here, this is back up. Alright, refresh PlayFab. It's got the character logged in. Quit to character select. And it has cleared my active character. And now let's switch over to the mage and try to enter. Oh, so... Yeah, it's so freaking weird. Okay, back to the drawing board. Let me look at the... Okay, so... Come through here. Yada, yada, yada. At no point I'm changing the... Okay, and then widget, let's go to character select. So when I hit enter world, oh, that's all right. Oh, excuse me. So they set active character. Okay, owning player. Character select error. Buttons. Okay. Set active character on the controller. Okay, so set active character. We have a do once, obviously. Login fails, just character logged in. Okay. Okay, well that's done. So why doesn't any of this work? I'm not getting anything from the game instance. I'm popular tonight. My what, 3 viewers? Quest client. Oh, yeah. Alright, event begin play. Get instance string 0. Which that should never change. Validate connection. I guess the only thing I can do is try just try a login from the editor. See if I get an error thrown. Alright, characters, no, player data. Okay, it's cleared. Let's log in. Alright, this is one of those, if in case you didn't know, you can actually connect to your live servers through the editor. You're prone to a lot of bugs and crashes, but it does work. So I'm actually connected to my live server right now. And so, why didn't that swap over? Why did that not swap over? That's so annoying. I'll disable that part for a second. Okay, let's try this again. What the hell? I thought I just disabled that code. What the hell? How is it still being disabled? Oh, it's not being enabled. There. I disabled the wrong thing. I just want this last test to go through. And then I can just submit it to the game store. I still have this weird issue with these. I don't know what's going on with some of the colors on these guys. It's all jacked. All right. Just make sure my stuff's being updated. Okay, I'm on Lulu, yep. So now I go character select. My active character's cleared. And let's try and go into Chanterly. Yeah, it still fucks up. With no error. We got a message log? Something? No. Oh, lordy. Okay. I'm gonna have to put a pin in that one, I think. Alright, let's think about logic here. So, join character select. So we're setting the IP. I feel like that is supposed to be there. Okay, I'm not gonna screw with that just in case it's important. So something happens on the character select. Once you hit enter world. Goes to set active character. Okay, I'm just gonna put a pin in that. I'll have that later on. I'm too tired. Quit the character select is gonna be not enabled. And I'm not going to do that. Okay. Just get rid of it. All right. I think that's good for now. I don't think I had any other really major changes to the client, so I think I'm good to just build and push to Epic. Game mode server. 0. More build. And as far as I know, all my servers are fine right now. I don't need to change anything with the servers. So I can just take a quick peek around, make sure everything's working with the client build, no crashes. I've had randomly the water volumes like not work properly, so I have to make sure those are working properly. Okay. Let's give her a try. Rebuilds of Tearyn client. Go ahead and delete all these extra files. Turn off my error message. Log on screen, spectate, quit, okay. Okay, just logged in because I screwed shit up. All the more reason why not to turn on the character select, return to character select stuff. Data. Okay. Water is good. Let me double check crafting, because I had messed up at one point. Crafting is good. I can jump in the water. Swim around, no weird glitches. Alright, boom, boom, boom. Look at that. 4 loots that time. So loot's working. And equipment. I can't equip that thing. I can't equip that. It's all working as intended. Really, I'm noticing the phantom cast thing go off a lot. Okay. That all seems dandy. I'm just gonna quit out and log into the mage, the level 50 mage. Unreal builds, Tearyn client. But yeah, I've tested this a bunch the last couple days, so I think I'm just gonna. Again, I'm trying to just get the anything game breaking noticed and fixed. And then the unofficial testing is where we like get some of the more nuanced stuff. And then hopefully we have a good amount of polish with the unofficial test, which will be probably like starting tomorrow till Sunday is the unofficial test. And then at the end of the month, an official test where I have a lot more bugs and stuff figured out. All right, so I am up here. There's Thornrid. That's the first like named monster you can hunt. I should, if I'm I should drop guaranteed greens, I think, weapons. Or not. Well, that's lame. And so drop rates are too, is like that's another aspect where you can segment a lot of your like hotfix stuff. Is I can actually change drop rates, upload a server build for just this zone. And if I wanted to modify the drop rates of any monster in the zone, I could change those data tables, do a build, and update the server, and no one would have to. There'd be very, very minimal downtime from it. And so mercenaries are all set properly. They're all have their models, randomizing. This is working with the water here. And so I can modify drop rates, and then from there, the client wouldn't need for anything back end like that. The client doesn't need to be updated. So it's ways to hotfix things. And the skeletons are having their different models, so that's good. Oh, I do need a chest zoning into the other zone, so let's go try that. Yeah, I'm starting to like really get into the orc boss. I need to check on the drop rates there. Why didn't he drop things? Check on drop rates for Thornrid. I really want to have a lot of different bosses that can spawn. And right now they drop like more standard like weapons and things, but I'll be getting into some custom weapons and custom loot that get some good spice going. Perfect. Okay. I applied a little bit more of an emissive effect. Just brightened up the dragon a little bit. I'm gonna kill the boss and make sure his loot's spawning. Alright, you're gonna get a sneak preview of nothing. You're not gonna get a sneak preview of anything. Nothing at all. Progression. Okay, crit chance. No, not crit chance. Attack speed. Power. This is all the pets dying. Pew 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 pew. Just want to make sure he drops actual loot. There's the loot, baby. Loot! It's all tier 2 loot as well. Oh shit. I don't know why it's not showing as blue, which is weird. Only this one was. I'm going to quickly change that, I think. Database loot, because this is, again, that's a very client-side focused thing, so I can just do a quick change here. And okay, so armor, T0, data table. Open all of these and make sure appearance. Aha. Rarity should be rare. Oh, let's another pro tip when you're dealing with data tables. If you open one, select the appearance tab, save and close it. It should, when you open them all, save to that view. Yeah. So now they're all there, and now I can go, because I know these are all tier 2. Set it to rare. You can even just shift right click to copy. Control W to close the data table. And spam through these. So just saves tons of clicks. So I'm doing shift left click to paste, control W to close, and constantly. And again, making sure that they all open at the same point with the same thing expanded is big. I missed a couple of these. Try to go too fast. case I know the ones not modified, the ones that okay, now I don't know which ones are what. Weird. Okay. Now I have to go through them all again. But it's just Control W a bunch of times to make sure I got them all. Beautiful. Got them all. All right. Save all. Check out. And so that was tier 2 armor. That was 77 items I just updated. And now let's go to tier 1. All this needs to be uncommon. Uncommon, 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 common, common. And so this one setting I have set up in vertical third that changes the loot color when it spawns. It'll be green. And then the text will also show green. Alright, that's all those. And it does have the rings, right? Yeah, it has the rings and stuff. And then weapons need to be set to uncommon. Okay, save selected. And then, so that's now Thornrid. Did I just not set his loot table? Is that what I did? I bet you that's what I did. Yeah. I did not set his loot table. Loot table AI orc boss. So his loot table is, I'm going to set a 100% drop chance there for his gear there. And I think these are both 100% as well. And they are. So this will require a new server build for this level. And the other, I guess not the other one. This client, but I'll just do a full rebuild of everything just to be sure. But yeah, I think I'm good. So this is the last client build. I'm just gonna, I should have to do here. So 001, whatever, packaging. I still have the game modes, whatever, there, client. These are all disabled. So again, I'm being a little bit more, crazy on this testing stuff because it's like it wouldn't have been so many small things this time around, but I did do a big workflow change for the stat system, and so I had to do kind of a bigger overall test of everything. I was also like some of the AIs, I cleaned up a few optimization points that made some of the AI lose their mesh and things. So it was kind of like a much bigger re-QA test for me this time around than I normally would have to do. And then random things were breaking. The water zones were breaking for some reason. So I've had to do a bit bigger of a QA test myself here for everything. Okay. Just in case, we're going to get our trees back as well. And then do the paths. I think I made sure these are all, they're all not on. Save. And now I will do project launcher. And we do the client build. Hopefully the last one this week. And obviously it's our launch of our Epic Game Store page, so I'm trying to make sure everything's relatively working properly before we get a bunch of people in here. Okay, players. Just gonna make sure the things, patch notice is on right now. All right, client is done. And this was still set there. Now I can take the game mode off there. World settings, put this on GM server, save. Enable the AI. And now I do the zone. Again, character select, I don't need to touch it all. Because I didn't have to change anything there. Okay, and then I can take that off for now. And then we go over to our dungeon. And run the dungeon. So close, so close, so close. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Ruins of Tearyn, and we do client. I can start deleting temporary files. I did the zone 1. Now the dungeon's cooking. Oh, I can start uploading level 1. Zone 1. Okay, over here. Alright, I can exit that for now. Yeah, okay, I fixed that. Okay, close that out. Close that. Add that. Back to builds. I can delete level 01. Change the build ID. Okay, search. Or multiplayer. Dungeon uses template. And just so you see, I have all my different packaging to different folders. So the character select folder, the client folder, dungeon folder, zone folder, and they have like the Windows folder file gets zipped, and each one's kind of like that. So the zones will be an actual, obviously, each character select dungeon and zone will be exported as a Windows server. So I have them sorted into their own folders. And now, did I get rid of the PvP? Yeah, I did. Okay. And zippity doo dah. Add that. Back to builds. Delete the old dungeon. New dungeon. Build ID. Updated. And now ready. I have to definitely get local save data working. So it saves your audio preferences. Alright, once again, I didn't have to change the character select server. So it's a client build. New client build, but connected to the old. See, there's the textures are back for whatever reason. I'm happy they are. I don't know why it doesn't, but okay, level 50 mage. Let's go. Oh, right. The servers aren't up yet. Did that prevent me from logging in now? I think that's one of the errors that locks me out. Player data. Yeah, it does. I don't have a failsafe to clear your active character. I need to do it so when your character or controller gets destroyed from the character select server, it clears your active character as well. I guess I have to be careful with that. I have to figure out how to do that. Because you could have two characters. You could have two accounts. One character, if you log in, I have to find the failsafe for that. Because once you have a character logged into the world, it basically marks something in your account that says, hey, you have a character logged in, you can't log in again, type thing. And if I had it as, so I have to do it at the login screen to prevent you from logging in. There, I guess. And that way, if you do manage to get to this point, or I just need a failure, I need to make sure that only set the active character when you pass through all this stuff. Alright, so levels up, so I should be able to log in now. Looks like I might have to relog in because I didn't fix that error. Alright, here we go. Now all my loot's there, so all this loot is now green and blue now, and if I drop it, it has the blue little ring and blue. It does have blue sparkles. They're kind of hard to see here, but same thing with the green ones. It's got the green ring now. A little more apparent that they're better loot. So that's good. And then I do have it where I don't, yeah, make a note of that. So if you remember, this character was in the add system to remember what zone you are in for remembering your last location. Currently does not know if you saved location does not remember what zone you were in. So if you remember, I was at the dragon before, logged out, logged back in, and didn't log me into the dragon world, logged me in over here. Okay, so we have mercenaries are working, water is working. Do I have a lot? Can I craft anything? Crafting is working. Bada bing, bada boom. Give me a fireplace. Drop the fire. And that's working as well. I keep hitting M even though I don't have a map integrated. I'm going to go see if Thornred's up. Just to see if, unfortunately his spawn time is like 4 minutes apart, so it's kind of hard to guarantee his spawn right now. I don't have GM tools to implement it yet to force spawns of stuff. Did I get lucky? I did not. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's him, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna skip. Skip. And we're gonna go. Actually, I do need to go. Zone back into the dungeon to make sure that works. But I think I'm good to go to submit this client build. And we can try and do a bit of community play testing this week. I know I'll be doing a lot of, I need some more content of players running around. Oh, weird. Weirdly, Blink has Okay, I don't know what's going on there. All right, click over. Loading, please wait. Okay, I'm here. Dragon's here. That's good enough for me. I don't need to test the boss again. It's just he's working. Both zones are deployed. Title data. And now just one spawn to check. And I think I'm in the clear. Alright, cool. He spawned. I think they're all spawned here. I think this is the boss spawn right there. But okay. Good enough for me. We'll figure out the rest of the bugs this week. Quit game. Alright, I will do double check. Go to this part I don't think I can show. Make sure this is the right directory. Real builds, Tearyn, client. Yes, that's the right one. Okay. Make this version .09. And I need to make a command prompt. Wait, what? Oh. That's why. I am now uploading the client build. did really hope I deleted those files. Unreal build. Okay, I did, good. Alright, it's done. We can close out of that. And go to artifacts and binaries, edit, demo. I want to make .9 is the active version. Close, and then I can push that to stage. Wait for that for a second here. Okay, submit for review. All right, client build is being pushed as now hopefully I'll take a nap and it'll be ready for me for everyone in the morning to download the new version. And this concludes this stream. I am tired. Square Peg, my man, thank you for watching. If you're still around. If not, looks like my viewers are gone, so probably not. But thank you for watching. This week we'll be doing some QA testing. So keep an eye out for me streaming, and you should be able to freely log in. Probably, sometime tomorrow. Give us some follows, some wish lists, likes, subscribes, views. It's what we want. Thank you very much.